Good morning, y'all. It's Sunday morning. It's June 4th, and it's 72 degrees out here with a high of only 84. So very surprising, actually, that it's not going to be super hot. But I'm thankful because we've got some rain in the forecast this afternoon, and we desperately need it. And I'm Rachel, and I'm gardening for butterflies and for myself on the Alabama Gulf Coast in Zone 9A. And I haven't worked in the garden as much as I needed to this week because there's a lot of things just getting crazy. I did plant some new stuff though, and the dahlias are coming up, so thank God for that. I made a video about raising monarch butterflies last week, and a new one, and I'm going to make a new video about raising a different kind of butterfly this week, so that I can have that information kind of all in one place. I'm not a butterfly raising expert. I have been doing it for a while, so I know some things. I don't know everything, but it's just fun and it's easy. And because if it wasn't easy, I wouldn't do it. Like, I mean, any of it. I wouldn't garden if it wasn't easy. I just, if it's not easy, then I mean, I don't want to. But y'all come along with me, and I'll show you what's been going on. This week I planted out some more stuff in these pots right here, and I have a little bit of a video that talks about what they are, but I wanted to show you my Goodwin Creek lavender. I think what has happened to it is I have accidentally overwatered it, because sometimes when I have the sprinkler going, I didn't realize that it was actually falling back into that area. You can see things have gotten crazy out of control. Something that I'm going to do is I really do have to do the Chelsea chop on this Thai basil, and I'm going to save these seeds. You can see right here the brown, that's seeds right there that you just going to save, and I'm going to throw some out in the yard already, and then I'm going to just save some for next year. So I've got to cut all that back, and I'm probably going to move these pots because something that I didn't realize, I think this gravel right here, I think it's like crushed granite or decomposed granite or whatever it is. It gets really hot, like super hot, like will burn your feet. So I'm probably going to have to take all these pots and move them into the grass this week, because once the temperatures really do get up into the 90s, they won't be able to stand it, because I have to water them like every day. But you can see I don't know if I'm going to be able to walk through here. It has gotten a little bit crazy, so I'm going to cut back this salvia. I think I've already talked about that, but I haven't done it yet. And I'm going to move some of this salvia that I've got in pots over here. The bees are already just going to town on the flowers this morning. Oh, wow, yeah. I haven't tried to walk through here in a couple of days. But yeah, and look at that Cleome. That is incredible. That purple right there, that is Cleome. Isn't it neat? The dahlias have just been outdoing themselves. And you can see this agastache is going over. So this is something that's got to come out. I'm gonna see if I can, you know what, I'm not even gonna try to walk through there. This is the view from the kitchen window, and it's turned into a jungle. I don't know if y'all can hear the bees just buzzing and buzzing, but oh, guess what? This is super cool. I read somewhere that this millet here, this Purple Majesty millet, can actually be a perennial in this, I think it's from zone 9 to 11. So that's going to be super cool if I can keep that alive forever. Maybe I can just cut it back and it'll regrow. And look at this Emery Paul. Look how massive it is. Oh, it really is a dinner plate dahlia. My Cafe au lait never got that big, but look, this one really is living up to its name. Wow, that is incredible. Emery Paul. I haven't shown you my Joe Pye weed in a while. I ended up having to put something down here to hold it up because it started to kind of splay. And I'm hoping that it will bloom soon. it because it looks really sturdy. You know, this is a kind of, I think, a different variety than of Joe Pye weed that I've had in the past. So I can't wait to show y'all what it looks like when it blooms, if it looks anything like I think it should. There are a lot of holes in this area right here because the things that I had in pots were going to either need to be repotted or just planted into the ground, and so I did plant them into the ground, and I'm going to put new things in the pots that I had those in, and just redo that whole area because that was, I just want to have something different. But aren't you just loving these dahlias? I mean, I'm loving them, and I got to show you how the other ones are growing. But first, look at this eucalyptus. It's gonna be really cool. Oh, I just noticed this. I was wondering when this was gonna bloom because I couldn't remember what it was. And this looks like a Cheyenne Spirit coneflower. I had some of these growing last year, and then, you know, they got icky and I cut them down, and then it grew back, and I was like, well, okay. But this is gonna have to go into the front yard because it's going to really jar me. But isn't it lovely? And the butterflies do love it. I'm so thankful that the lemongrass has grown as tall as it has. So it's become kind of like a living fence and given me some privacy between the neighbor's backyard and my backyard. And this is where I planted the stuff that was in pots. And I've still got a lot of work to do because I wanted to like finish this path and mulch and then put some things in to fill in the holes. But I think this is going to be kind of interesting and pretty because it's all kind of white, and I think that'll really show up in the moonlight. In fact, that sun patient right there in the corner really does glow in the moonlight. It's so pretty. And you know what it made me think of? It made me think of Anne of Green Gables, her white way of delight. So that's what I think I will call this area. Okay, y'all, look. The dahlias are coming up. Like, they are gonna make it. I mean, at least for now, they are coming up and showing progress. Oh my gosh, there's so much green, so much little bits of green coming up. So much hope. That's exciting. I was doing the math and I was just like, hey, okay, so I've got June, July, August, September, October, at least 5 solid months. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'll have blooms by September. I don't know. The new flower bed is still doing well. I'm just waiting for these things to come open. I'm guessing these are those green-eyed rudbeckias. I can't wait to see them in person because I started those from seed, but I did have a little bit of a incursion right here by an armadillo, as you can see. But you know what I'm loving in this garden is the rue. I love that blue-green color. And then along with this tangleberry, if that's what it's called. I can't remember. I thought I was going to put a tag on it. Oh, yeah, there it is. Dangleberry. Don't you love gray, blue kinds of, I mean, don't they just stand out so well? I want more of that. But of course I want a jillion of everything. I'm going to have to cut back some stuff in the bog garden because I have a pitcher plant that's just totally been covered up by this aquatic milkweed. But isn't the aquatic milkweed looking so gorgeous? Isn't it just the prettiest little thing with its pretty little flowers? And I think this is mock bishop's weed, this right here, and it's got pretty little flowers too. It's just so lovely. And here, this is a self-seeded agastache, and probably I'm gonna have to dig that up. That thing is kind of taken over. This plant right here is either turmeric or ginger, and it's coming back shockingly from last year. It looked like it had just rotted in the ground. But I gotta show you this precious, precious little thing. I just used the picture of this app, and it said it's Brazilian vervain or some kind of verbena. Isn't it just so cute? Look at, I thought when I saw it, because it looks very much like Verbena bonariensis. That's what I thought it was, but it's so cute, and I don't know how it got here, but that is just really neat to have that. I didn't think that I was gonna enjoy like this back side of the garden right here, because it was just kind of tacky with those pots and stuff, but that right there, the phlox, looking so magnificent, and then the kind of pale green of the Amistad salvia, and then the kale. It's just looking so neat, the colors and stuff. I got some random things, you know, growing that I didn't expect, like this scary, poisonous, whatever it is, nightshade, deadly nightshade. So that's just looking so pretty to me. I got to get these pots, these random pots over here, and plant them out. I had them over there because I thought they would get enough sun, and they're not. And then look, the sunflower. Just such a happy, fun mix of things that were unexpected. One of my bluebonnet plants is still blooming, and the other ones haven't bloomed yet. I'm so thankful for it though, because it's just so pretty. And my friend Joe is saving me some seeds. I'm really excited about it because my husband has a friend out in Magnolia Springs who has a field. And I thought, oh wow, wouldn't it be cool to throw out some seeds along the edge of that field, not in the field, but along the edge, and have bluebonnets growing along the edge and get to see a big stand of them, since I can't see a big stand of wildflowers here. That would just be so amazing. The gravel garden is getting a little bit fuller. I'm gonna need to get something to do something with that passion flower vine that's going up the screen. I'm sure my husband would not appreciate that. He hasn't noticed it yet. I wanted to show y'all an example of what agastache that's growing under shade does. This is how it looks. It doesn't get as bushy. It does still flower. It just doesn't seem to. It just likes full sun, but it'll do okay here. So that's that. I've got one sweet bloom on my Amethyst Falls wisteria. Wisteria, the American kind, is a larval host plant for long-tailed skippers. So it is really, and it's deciduous, which means it loses its leaves in the wintertime. So it's really important to have some of this. I've got two little sections of it growing along my fence. They say, of course, not to let it get up into trees, so I'm keeping my eye on this one. And I just noticed just the scent of this gorgeous, gorgeous orange tree. Man, the scent of orange blossoms is the most intoxicating of all. Here are a couple that haven't opened up yet, but the scent of orange blossoms is just so beautiful. It's what I imagine heaven must smell like. It's just, oh. Oh yeah, and my Russian sage is still alive. It seems like, and it's looking slightly ragged out, some of it, but I read that when it flops over, that means that it's gotten too much nutrition. And I'm sure I probably put, you know, I know I did. I put stuff in the pot when I potted it up. But I am really thankful that it's still alive, and I'm probably going to just cut some back. But look, this is somewhat of a fresh bloom. So that's amazing, because it's been getting watered as regularly as everything else, and that hasn't killed it like the lavender. I'm looking at this grouping of plants, and I'm just thanking God for his variety and his beauty, and he's just not boring. He loves all kinds of different shapes and textures and colors. Well, I mean, he's given me the love of it to just enjoy it, and I'm so thankful he's blessed us so much with so much beauty in this world, and I hope that y'all are getting to enjoy it also. This is the first container I ever bought. I got it from Petals from the Past about 8-9 years ago, and I was cleaning it out and I just saw this. I paid, it was 50% off, so I think with tax and everything it was like $45, but this is the most I ever paid for a container, was for this one. I mean, it is gorgeous. It is gorgeous, but I found all the other ones a lot cheaper. My Emery Paul dahlia is opening up for the first time. So I guess this must have been one of the ones that had broken off because I didn't stake it, and then it had to regrow. So I have 2 blooms, really, really pretty. And look how tall this plant is. It's in a pot, of course, so it's about a foot off the ground, but I think it's about 5 feet tall. But I have a list of the dahlias that I bought this year. I made a list. I put it on Pinterest. I made kind of like a folder with all the dahlias in it so that I could keep track of it, because I used to write lists, but I'm so visual now. I don't keep track of paper anymore either. So when I like to make lists on Pinterest. Like I'm kind of having a garden journal on there, and I've been taking pictures of my garden so that I can remember what it's like in different times of the year, and I'm just making different folders on there. So it's really cool to do if you want to see mine, because it's got the list of the new dahlias that I have that I hope will grow, but it's just Gulf Coast Butterfly Gardening on Pinterest also. My Cafe au Lait dahlias didn't get as big as a dinner plate. I'm not sure why. Probably I needed to give them more fertilizer. Yesterday I went to Lowe's and I got some more pink things for my pots in the front because I just don't have enough pink. I got some geraniums because Joe from Joe's Texas Garden grows the most beautiful geraniums, and she has given me hope and she has inspired me. So I got some pink and white geraniums, and I've kind of mirrored this because I love symmetry, and I don't know if those lavender are going to make it. So I got some wishbone flower that's like this pink edged and white, and then I got some verbena that was dying, so I got it for half price. And I tucked in some lemon sedum that was growing just from cuttings that I had thrown on the ground in my garden. And I tucked in with this calibrachoa some, I think that's called fig fern or fig something, climbing fig, I'm not sure. And then creeping Jenny. And so I've got it mirrored over here on this side with some half off verbena, and then tucked in the fun little things that I hope will grow over the things. But what I'm probably going to end up doing this week, because this has gotten so jungly, and there's that thing that's called the Chelsea chop, where you cut your perennials. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's a third of the way down. I've got to look it up because I don't even actually know, because I never want to do it. But this year I really do, because this has gotten to, like, these salvias that I've planted here, they are just massive. I can hardly see the picket fence anymore. And with them being as big as they are, they will break off in a strong wind. So they'll do it for me if I don't do it myself. So I think I'm going to trim them down a little bit so that they can just grow back thicker and better. Y'all, look at this dahlia. Look, it's as big as my face, or maybe even bigger. Is that not the coolest? Emery Paul dahlias. It seems super sturdy. I mean, it really does. I don't have it staked because I didn't do that at that time, but you know, here's the thing with dahlias. You must stake for heaven's sake. But y'all have a great week. I hope y'all enjoy playing in your gardens, and I'm just so thankful that you've come and watched my video, and I can't wait to hear about what's happening with y'all. God bless y'all. Have a fabulous week. Let's play outside. Bye.